Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Maynard, Texas is behind us. We're heading to Mother Neff State Park. It's a Texas state park, about 82 miles away. I got here minutes after they closed. They only have 20 sites here total right now due to some major flooding, full water, electric, and whatever you call that poop disposal thing. And I don't need any of that, but I'm paying for it today. So it's $25. There's also a daily admission if you didn't have a Texas Park Pass. I guess it would be $27. There's some interesting things here that I think I'm going to miss out on. You have to walk some trails to get to them. And if I don't, I'm going to throw some pictures on at the end. This is my site. I really like it. Concrete pad, gravel. You can see it's raked like a Zen field. Got some stone benches, picnic table, fire pit, and privacy once you get to the back. There's probably about 10 people in these 20 spots. They do have other spots. That part of the park is closed. There was some major flooding along the Leer River, and they're still trying to recover from that. I was looking on the map. This windy road leads to a back entrance, and I was real curious to find that out. I'd read that the Clovis people lived here about 9,800 years ago. And when we were at Caprock Canyon, they had evidence displayed of the Clovis people that lived there at the time. So I thought that was pretty neat. In the 1500s, Spanish explorers came through this area. And and I don't know how to pronounce this because I've looked on YouTube and it's said a few different ways. Tunkawa. And I'm going to pronounce it Tunkawa. Tunkawa, because that's how two Native American videos I saw pronounced it. So the Spanish explorers found them here in the 1500s. Settlers in the early years of the United States in the early 1800s came here, and they were still here and eventually moved out of the area to avoid conflict with the settlers. The Civilian Conservation Corps did a lot of work in this park. I believe it was the first Texas state park. Mother Neff donated some land to Texas, and it was Neff Park. And a few years later, the Texas park system began, and they donated a park to the Texas park system. So this is the first state park in Texas. They have some nice displays of the Civilian Conservation Corps I've read online in the Ranger Station or Education Center or whatever you want to call that when you come in. So we'll have to stop by there tomorrow and go inside. But I was reading in exchange for housing, they worked in exchange for housing, food, medical care, and they earned $30 a month. And that $30 a month, most of them sent to their families who were in need at the time. Yeah, Mother Neff was Isabella, that's a word, right? Isabella Neff. And she had a family member that eventually became governor. And I forget if I had read if it was her son or not. The canopy on this road is pretty stunning. And I did clean my windshield about 15 miles ago, and I apologize about the suicide bugs. Every time I've gotten out of the truck, I've gotten buzzed by hummingbirds. It's pretty neat. I was curious what's happening to all the hummingbirds in Rockport and along the coast right now with that storm hitting. And by the time you guys see this, it'll already have hit all that drive and it's closed. And I guess that's the flooded area down there. But off of the trails here, there's a really nice trail system here. I've talked to a few people who are hiking. There is they call it the Castle. It's a civilian conservation corps built with local materials. And like I said, I'll throw some pictures in the end, but it looks pretty amazing. There is a bell where the CCC barracks used to be. And even that's on a pretty good sized trail. Is this a pretty sky? Just before sunset. I just wanted to take that in a moment. There's also a natural ledge that they call the cave. Very similar to the ledge in McKinney Falls State Park, if you've ever been there. But the Native Americans would use it as a shelter during the rainy season. There's my hookups, and I won't use any of them. I guess I could use electric to charge my batteries if I wanted to, but I got a system. It has been so quiet here. And every time, I go to record the films and like a construction truck drove by or, but only when I started the film. It was very weird. And I'm definitely having deja vu right here, but they have some containers to hold the water. What do you call those metal things, guys? Catches all the rainwater, and they have, I think, 4 of them here. Pretty neat system. And it actually has one of the nicer display areas inside with a good amount of artifacts. I do love the wildflowers, the cactus, everything that's around here. It is a very pretty park, and if you're able to do the trails, I think just that adds so much to it. You can see we got some blue skies here, a little bit of clouds. We're supposed to get some rain maybe around noon or 1 p.m. And that would have been yesterday by the time you see this. But yeah, this is all built out of natural stone from the area. And this building is new, I think 2017. They added this. It has this little viewing area, which would be awesome if they would trim those trees down, because you can see down into the valley. And then I say this in all my videos. Why build a viewing area if you allow the trees to grow up and block the view? Take down a tree and plant 2 someplace else. That's really neat. You take a pin and you put where you're from. They have a lot of fossils here. I wish I brought Smitty so he could tell me what they were, and then brought Leah Phillips so she could tell me correctly what they were. Yeah, a lot of really nice displays here. And I'm old, and they have chairs and benches in here, and I'm quite impressed. They don't. This is odd. They don't sell Wi-Fi or any food here. Most ranger stations at least have ice and snacks. You can go play bird bingo. Grab one of these sheets and go play bird bingo. And they have Wi-Fi here, but it's useless. So to post this video, I had to go find a cell phone tower. There's a Civilian Conservation Corps handbook, 1933 to 1942. Very impressive. Well, guys, we're on to the next adventure. That was Mother Neff State Park, Texas State Park System. And I have some photos to show you. So those will be coming up. I appreciate you all, guys. Thanks for riding along. Thanks for watching. I almost forgot. What do you call a walking stick that makes you go faster? A hurricane. So guys, if you ever do get to come here, this is the tower. Like I said, it's a hike to get to it. I can't do it, but I hope you can. It looks awesome. This is what they call the cave. It's an overhang. Pretty cool. Yeah, very interesting. I'd love to be able to do this. And that's the bell, the old bell from the Civilian Conservation Corps. Get over here, check it out. Thanks for watching.